this video, I'll be providing you with the answers to the question of the parent who won't talk. Much the following also we'll be doing, and the grammar portion that has been discussed in your text in the lesson, the parent who won't talk. That is basically discussing about the adjective, the possessive adjective we'll be discussing in detail. Now we'll start with the answer the following questions of the parrot who won't talk. So the question 1 is, how do parrots and parakeets learn to talk? The answer for this: parrots and parakeets learn to talk when someone repeats words or phrases many times in front of them. Second question is, where did Aunt Ruby get the parrot from? The answer for this question is, Aunt Ruby got the parrot from a bird catcher who visited their house. Full stop. Now the third question is, why did Aunt Ruby stop liking the parrot? And to this you will write the answer. Aunt Ruby stopped liking the parrot because one day it pushed her spectacles off her nose. Now the rest of the question with the answer. The fourth question is, how did Aunt Ruby treat the parrot? The answer to this question is, Aunt Ruby did not take good care of the parrot. She used to make faces at him and called him, "You are useless, can't talk, can't sing, can't dance." Now the fifth question is, how did the parrot escape? The answer to this question is, the parrot escaped one day when the author forgot to close the cage door after feeding it. Now, sixth question. What made Aunt Ruby turn ruby red? So the answer to this is, Aunt Ruby turned ruby red when the parrot looked angrily at her and shrieked the same unkind words which she used to use while speaking to him. Now, so these are the questions. 6 questions are there, and the answers for this are given. So you have to write the same 6 questions in your notebook with the answer. Try to just hear the answer, what I'm telling, and write that. And once you finish with writing, you can do as a self-analysis. You can check the answers from this video. Now you have to match A with B to form complete sentences for the parrot who won't talk, and this is given in your textbook, page number 4. So the first one is, the grandmother and grandfather did not want to keep birds. That you have to match with D, that were in a cage. The second one is, the parrot knocked off the spectacles. That you have to match with E, that were on Aunt Ruby's nose. Third one is, the parrot was quite happy. That you have to match with, when I fed it green chilies and ripe tomatoes. Fourth one is, I was sure. That you have to match with A, that we would never see the parrot again. Aunt Ruby was upset. Fifth one is, Aunt Ruby was upset. So that you have to match with, when the parrot said the unkind words back to her. And for your convenience, I have used the same words where you have to match, though I have put the arrows also, but like one is going with D, so I have used the same color for it. So follow in the same way. The grammar portion that has been discussed in the parent who won't talk is possessive adjective. But before going to the possessive adjective, we'll be discussing about what is an adjective. An adjective is a describing word. It tells us about a noun. It usually appears before a noun. For example, a smart girl, a clever boy. So how is the girl? Smart. Smart is an adjective over here. A clever boy. So how is the boy? Clever. So clever is an adjective over here. But sometimes it appears later in the sentences too. For example, Aiza's handwriting is very neat. Neat is an adjective over here. We have seen that this is appearing later in the sentence. And the surface is rough. So rough is an adjective over here. There are other types of adjectives. First one is possessive adjective, that we'll be discussing in detail. Quantitative adjective, demonstrative adjective, Now fourth one is descriptive adjective, fifth one is interrogative adjective, and sixth one is distributive adjective. So other adjectives other than possessive adjectives, you just have to know the names right now. And possessive adjectives you will be discussing in detail, and some exercises are also given in the textbook in the page number 5 and 6. So we will be doing that as well. So in the parent who won't talk, we have to discuss more about the possessive adjective. So we'll be going in for that. Possessive adjectives show a relationship or possession, ownership. We use these words before nouns to show that something belongs to someone. Like for example, you can say it is my pen. So my is possessive adjective. It is showing that it belongs to someone. My, it is my pen. Can I take your book? Your, again, if someone is asking for the book, it's your is coming. That books belongs to you, so your is coming. So now next is some most common examples of possessive adjectives, and those are my, his, her, their, are, and your. We are using these more frequently. And one more thing is very important, that possessive adjectives do not change with singular or plural words. Like for example, her pet, her pets. Like if it is one also, then also it will be her only. And if it is more than one, then also it will be her only, her pets. In context of possessive adjective, some textual exercises are given in the textbook. It's given on page 5. It will help you to understand the concept in a more better way. So we are discussing about this. So modern day school is our school. So here our is the possessive adjective that has been underlined. Asha and Harry are my cousins. So my is the possessive adjective. The third sentence says we went on a trip to their house in Mumbai. So their, it's showing the possession, their house. Then fourth one is open your notebooks, your. Notebooks, your. Said our teacher. Our teacher means we are discussing about our teacher. We are saying about our teacher. So our. So in this sentence, your and our, two possessive adjectives are there. In the fifth one, Lata has lost her keys. Again, her keys. It's Lata's keys, so it's her keys. It's showing the possession. Now, Ravi is talking to his friend. His friend, he is talking, Ravi. So his is the possessive adjective over here. Now the last one is the bird is in its nest. Its nest. So these you have to do in the textbook. Please go through it once and do it. There is another exercise given in the on page 6. So this says that choose the correct words from the box to complete these sentences. The examples that I have already given it to you for possessive adjective, his, my, their, her, are. So it's given in the box and you have to choose the correct one for the sentence. So now the first sentence says Kuntal and Prachi are doing their homework. There is the possessive adjective. So there will be a blank space. You have to fill the word. The second sentence says our teacher did not come to school today. So the blank is for before teacher. It are we will fill because it is saying that our teacher did not come to school today. Now third sentence says Ruchi borrowed the book from her classmate. Her you will write here because Ruchi is a girl, so you will use her classmate. Now Kunal said collecting coins is one of my hobbies. My hobbies. The sentence is within inverted commas. So when Kunal is saying something, it will be my hobby. So my will be the possessive adjective over here. Now Rakesh has lost his lunchbox. His lunchbox. Rakesh is a boy, so we are using his. Possession is coming for the lunchbox. You have to do this also in your textbook, page 6 of Canopy. In continuation of the possessive adjective, possessive pronouns has also been discussed in the chapter The Parrot Won't Talk on page 6. So I hope you all know what is pronouns. I'll give you just a short info for that. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun in a sentence. And common pronouns are like I, me, mine, she, etc. So now we'll be discussing, once you know pronouns, we'll be discussing about possessive pronouns. These words are used in place of nouns to show that something belongs to someone. Mine, yours, his, hers, ours, its, theirs are words that are used as possessive pronoun. For example, this pencil is mine. So here, mine is possessive pronouns. The school is ours. So here, ours is used as possessive pronouns. And possessive pronouns are used without the apostrophe. For example, the toys are hers. We will not write as the toys are hers. After R, we will not put an apostrophe. Directly, we will write S. It will be incorrect if we will put an apostrophe. A textual exercise has been given on page 6 in the lesson The Parrot Who Won't Talk. So we have to do that in concern to this possessive pronouns. So you have to do also on page 6 the same thing. So the first sentence says, you have to put the tick mark on the correct one. So the first sentence says, the red scooter belongs to Rohit. It is his, hers, yours. So the correct one is his. So it is in italics also and in bold, so you can identify it very nicely. And the second sentence says, these books are ours. We got them from the bookshop. So it will come as ours. Okay, so we has been used and ours, and this is possessive pronouns. So the correct one is ours. Third one is, I have completed my work, but Sushma is yet to complete hers, her, its. So the correct one is hers. It's in italics also. And the fourth one is, Mr. Sharma's car has a radio, and so does our, ours, him. Ours. The correct one is ours. The fifth sentence says, Ritu and Ria cried when the parrot flew away because it was not yours, mine, theirs anymore. Theirs. Two girls are coming there, so you cannot use any other one. So it has to be theirs. And the last one says, Jessie's desk looks tidier than mine. Mine and our. So automatically the word mine will come. So the correct one is mine. So you have to put a tick mark over there.